Hi, I'm Cheryl and welcome to my sewing room. I'm going to demonstrate how to make these really cute, oh so easy trick-or-treat bags. Less than a half an hour and then your kids are good to go trick-or-treating. So let's get started. Now here is the bag we're going to make. At the lower portion of the bag is Halloween themed fabric. I've got candy corns on this one. And then I selected just some orange fabric to be up at the top. It's a small narrow strip. And then this is strapping right here. You've got two straps. So let me go over what supplies you need to get. You'll need 1/2 yard of Halloween themed fabric for the lower portion of the bag. 1/4 yard of accent fabric for the top, and then you'll need Dritz 1-inch wide strapping. So let's get started and I'll show you how to cut it out. When you first buy your fabric is always folded in half. Leave it folded in half and then place it on your cutting mat, and up here I want you to look at the 1-inch line going across this way and then the 0 line going here, okay? Take the folded edge of your fabric and place it on the 1-inch line going across here. Then take your raw edge of the fabric and pull it past this 0 line. Still making sure that it's going straight across here. Now take your ruler and you're going to cut on the 0 line to give yourself a nice straight edge. Once you've got your ruler lined up, then go ahead and cut this edge straight. Now pick up your ruler, don't move your fabric, and place it on the 13-inch line over here. Line up the ruler at both ends. Once you've got it straight, then go ahead and cut the other side. Now, take your fabric piece you just cut. Here is your folded edge. You're going to place it on the 13-inch line over here. And place it on the 1-inch line here. Then take your ruler and rotary cutter again. Make sure it's straight. Line up your ruler on the 0 line over here at this end. And go ahead and cut this edge. Now you have a 13 by 13-inch square that is folded in half, and you want to leave it folded like this so we don't have to worry about a seam at the bottom edge. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to cut the strip that goes at the top. Now the fabric for the top of the bag, again you want to leave your fabric folded and take the folded edge of your fabric and place it on again the 1-inch line up here. Make sure it goes straight across, then take the raw edges here, pull it past this 1-inch line, just like you did earlier. And what we're going to do is we're going to straighten out the edge. So once you've got your ruler all lined up at both ends, then go ahead and cut your edge straight. Move your ruler over 2.5 inches to the 2.5-inch mark. Line up that ruler. Once you have it lined up, almost there, cut your first strip. Don't move your fabric. Move it over to the 5-inch mark because you're going to cut one more strip that is 2.5 inches wide, which we're on the 5-inch mark. Once you got that done, go ahead and cut your second strip. Now take your 2 strips and line them up. Lay them on top of each other. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut the selvage edges off. So take your 2 pieces, pull the selvage is past the 0 line here. Put this edge here on the 1-inch line. All right, so cut your selvages off, line up your ruler, make sure everything's straight. Now move your ruler over to the 13-inch line here. Make sure everything is straight and do your last cut. Now you have the 4 pieces you need for the top of the bag. Before we attach the pieces together, you need to cut your straps. Now, if you bought a 1-yard piece, all you need to do is cut it in half, which would be 18 inches. So place one end on the 18-inch line on your cutting mat, and then cut here on the 0 line, and you now have your 2 straps already cut. Now we're going to go and put the pieces together. At both ends of the bag, you're going to take 2 of the strips you just cut out, and you're going to place it front sides together, and then stitch 1/4 inch. At your ironing board, press this seam flat, then unfold and press it again. And make sure that the seam is pressed towards this strip. And again, make sure you do it at both ends. Take your straps and pin them about 2.5 inches away from each side and place pins to hold. Then take your strip of fabric that's 2.5 inches wide. You're going to bring it face down on top of the straps and line it up at this edge right here. Then go ahead and make sure you pin it down all the way across. Place those pins there. Then afterwards, you're going to go a 1/4 inch in, and you're going to stitch all the way across this end. I recommend that you stitch over the straps a couple of times. Go back and forth to reinforce those strips. And after you've done that, you're doing this at both ends, go to your ironing board and I'll show you how to do your pressing. Now you're at your ironing board. So now you want to press this side of the strip and then unfold and press again on top of this seam. Now make sure that this seam is going towards this strip. Now turn your bag over to where the back side of it is now facing up. Now you're going to fold this edge over 1/4 inch and press it all the way across. Now fold this over the other green strip and move your strip so that it goes out like that, so it's out of your way. Now you're going to take this folded edge and bring it slightly on top of the stitch line up here, okay? And put pins to hold, and go ahead and place your pins all the way across. Then stitch real close to the edge all the way across, and then do another reinforcing stitch right here over the strap area, and then right here. And remember, you're doing this at both ends. Now you want to bring front sides of the bag together, so it's folded in half. Then on each side you're going to stitch the edges together. You can stitch anywhere between 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. I did 1/2 inch, so stitch that all the way down both sides. Then after that, you're going to do a zigzag stitch to bind the edges and reinforce those edges so that they don't come apart when being used. But before you do your zigzag stitch, you might have to clean the edges up. So if you've got a lot of little threads sticking out on each side, go ahead and cut those off, and then do your zigzag stitch, and then of course turn your bag front side out. Now here are the two trick-or-treat bags that I made. One is out of the candy corn and one has, of course, the bats all over it. I purchased this fabric at Joann.com, or excuse me, at Joann Fabrics and Crafts, but you can also get it off of the Joann.com website. The straps were also purchased there. But after purchasing this fabric, I noticed that my local Walmart store also had Halloween fabric, and it is considerably cheaper than the Joann's fabrics. So if your Walmart doesn't have Halloween fabric, or you don't have fabric at all, go to Joann's and make sure you sign up for the coupons, because you can save a lot of money. Well, I hope you try this project. I think your kids or your grandchildren are just gonna love these little bags. If you liked this video, click on thumbs up. Also, click on share to share this video with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click on that red subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Enter your email address, click on the little bell so that you receive future email notifications about my latest video. See you next time, and happy sewing.